advocates are saying the lockdown is letting parents understand and see all the benefits of homeschooling. Randy DeSoto, Western Journal reports. The homeschool advocates say the forced shutdown of nearly the nation's entire public school system has created a unique opportunity for parents to weigh the benefits of joining the millions of Americans students already doing their learning at home. Further, proponents say this unprecedented occurrence offers a window for parents into some of the pitfalls of public schooling, including weak academic standards, ideologically driven curricula, and the over-sexualization of the nation's youth from an early age. Quote, the number one hardest decision to make has been made for 55 million children, end quote. Longtime homeschool advocate and founding board member of Public School Exit, Ray Moore, told Western Journal regarding parents making the switch. He says that's always the barrier that's hardest for us to break, but now the kids are home, and the former U.S. Army chaplain, along with his wife Gail, became a homeschooling movement pioneer when, in 1977, the couple decided to pull their son from public school. And according to the National Home Education Research Institute, there are about 2.5 million Americans being homeschooled, making up just over 4% of the nation's 57 million K-12 students. The total has more than doubled from 1.7% learning at home in 1999, according to the National Center for Education Statistics. Moore and his fellow leaders at Public School Exit are hopeful that millions more parents will decide to continue homeschooling when the fall rolls around. Alex Newman, the group's spokesman, said, this crisis is a really good time for parents to figure out what their children are being exposed to in government schools and to take back their rightful authority as parents to try homeschooling. Newman said one of the top reasons families should make the move is the poor academic outcomes of public education. He argues the government-run system is deliberating dumbing down America's children, and it's getting worse every year. Newman pointed to the latest data from the National Association of Educational Progress, showing that over 2/3 of 8th graders have not reached proficiency in any subject, including reading, writing, history, and math. Dan Reese, Public School Exit's Director of Operations, also pointed to the public school system's overall poor outcomes. She said, we have spent so much time trying to reform public education, but it doesn't seem to be translating down to the kids. Diane Douglas, who completed a term at Arizona's Superintendent of Public Instruction last year, recently joined Public School Exit as a board member. In 2014, Diane ran for the office out of her concern over the Grand Canyon state adopting the Common Core standards. As superintendent, she was able to push some revisions through the State Board of Education, but she now sees public education itself as the problem. She says, what I learned from my time in office, I truly believe God put me in the superintendent's office to learn there's really no fixing the problem, she told Western Journal. She says the system is what the system is and nobody wants to change it. And she says, this is what she says, she's previously served 8 years as a school board member of Peoria Unified School District in Phoenix metro area, including 2 years as its president. She contends that people on both sides of the political aisle make reforming public education very difficult. And she said, the left wants to use the public education system to change America, to change our society. They were very blatant about it. The right just wants to use it for workforce development. Well, workforce development is not the same as education. Testing shows that the students in Arizona, like many in the rest of the nation, are not being served well by public education. Over half, that's 54%, of third graders in the state did not pass the as merit reading proficiency test in 2019, according to the Arizona Republic report. The statistic is even worse in high school, with 66% of 11th graders not proficiency readers. Math proficiency were equally poor, with half or more of the students in various grade levels unable to hit the mark. Quote, yet we have plenty of time for social emotional learning, Douglas said. We have plenty of time for sex ed. We have plenty of time for all those things, but parents who truly want their children educated need to find another direction than the government education monopoly. Rather than having students acquire academic knowledge, discern the truth and wisdom, public schools are forcing more of the social agenda on kids, she says. Bridgeway, which is a Christian company founded in 1989 with 30,000 alumni, offers both religious and secular versions of the curriculum And Parnell herself, a homeschooling parent, says many parents like her think, I want to make sure that I'm infusing my family values and my faith values in my kids. And so homeschooling becomes a fantastic way to do that. And regarding common questions she gets about homeschooling kids learning to socialize with their peers, the educator said that because of the growth of the movement over the years, that is really not an issue anymore. So please tell me what you think. I think this is just fantastic. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.